please do contact them. Either have a word afterwards, or you can get the contact details through Hanger Farm Poets. Now again, in this section there will be 4 songs, and as before they will introduce the subsequent 3. But the first one is called The Longest Time. Now this song started life as a doo-wop single by Billy Joel, released in 1984 as the 4th single from the album An Innocent Man. The original song features Joel on lead vocals and all backing vocals. He recorded 14 different background tracks, all mixed into the song. And this evening, Kitchen Sink will perform the song for you with 6 tracks live. Ladies and gentlemen, Kitchen Sink with The Longest Time.
I need a dollar is what I need. Hey, hey, I need a dollar is what I need. Come on, share your dollar with me. Come on, share your dollar with me. Come on, share your dollar. Give me your dollar, share your dollar with me. Come on, share your dollar with me. Change of pace now. We're going to sing the Bette Midler song, which you probably all know. It's called Rose.
My Lord, he calls me
very much, Jane, Mary, Pip, Stevie, Isabel, Ulrika. Now, our storm is coming to an end, but we have some final scores through which we shall be brought safely by Sylvia and Bridget and Tony. Then the clouds roll away with all our poets on stage, led by Mike. And you will note at that point that everyone is dressed in a most appropriate manner. So can we start please with Sylvia, Bridget and Tony.
Sylvia. I've got 3 poems about autumn tonight. When we see conkers on the ground, it's a sign that autumn has arrived. But children are not the only people who gather them up with glee. Autumn incidents. This is the season to observe them. Suited and smart for work, bending after a furtive glance around, to scrabble and sort among the golden brown litter, old hands still sheltering the coming generation. Leather-shod toes nudge morning star cases, fingers close on each glowing kernel, moist with shine, in a remembered rapture, gathered for their sons, for themselves perhaps. Pockets filled with the still warm embers of boyhood, they depart happy, conquering kings. The next poem is about the changing colours of foliage I noticed driving north on an autumn day. I didn't want to write yet another poem about autumn, but it forced itself on me. Autumn on the M3. The season torments me as I drive from the sun, watching the leafscape change from green through gold to red, the stopping of sap. The wind rolls shed leaves off its tongue. Warmed air pulls in the burnt jam tang of November, the pale lemon taste of birches, rough on the palate, acrid to acid. In this mobile space between places, the mind shifts gear reluctantly, catching words out of the air, straining at half-read signs, ideas blown just beyond sight. Ribbons of bronze, crimson, scarlet, stream by, an exposure of moving light, colours crackling to be spoken. Edging out of the slow lane, thought accelerates towards a solstice. Young green phrases are thrusting for an exit road. And finally, I'd like to leave you with an image of one of those beautiful late autumn days, such as we've had today in the New Forest. October. It is a blue topaz of a day, set in the sun's late gold. A breeze preens the plumage of pines, fights warmth, loses this battle. The grass is rich as June, but villages of toadstools erupt from it, ephemeral as the last mayflies that yo-yo above the river. Sun smelts the blades of rook's wings to white-hot metal, transmuting them to gold. Heather fades into aniseed. Young pines, self-sown, blazon the heath with unseasonal green. But hawthorn is pricked with scarlet. The wild rose wears maturity's medallion. There is a tawny smoulder from the stem base of bracken. The slow burn of autumn has begun.
Yes, hello there. My name is Bridget Joseph, and I live, I think I live in Southampton, strangely enough. Still, it's not very far for me to come. Sorry. Just have this handy. Okay. Well, writing on water is perhaps more of a portrait than a poem. While in Canada, I watched a beaver making patterns over the surface of a quiet lake. There was no one there, only me and the great wilderness. Writing on water. I wait in shadow, listen to the whispering of leaves, the soft flush of bats, the muttering of a raft of birds between darkness and light. A pale lamp still lingers in the northwest. I paddle in sleek waters, speared by reeds. The dam is near, bristling with the twisted arms of drowned trees and combed tussocks of weed. I see her now, the beaver ghosting by, trailing pale lines, circling, curling, writing on water. Quiet shadings cruise in the hush of evening, sail between pillars of green. She hesitates, motionless in the dusk. Dappled eyes reflect, shine as pins of light. She turns, her mirrored face close to mine, undisturbed. Only a thin weave of patterns now, and an arrowed pathway. Once more this night, the primeval silence enfolds her. Dream catchers, written at full moon in the Outer Hebrides, where there is more water than land. Dream catchers. From the hugeness of sky, night comes. Moon's silvered face hangs low over a sleeping loch. Her pressing stare awakens stars, dream catchers suspended in time. I step into a new halo of light, follow my life's reflection, but will take nothing home with me, only my own changingness. Another watery poem written in the Hebrides, but it could be anywhere. Have you ever stood on the edge of the sea and watched the waves scribble on the sand? Wavescape. I've watched them every day. The waves, writing poems on sand. And every day the poems are returned to the running sea. Yet curious how pebbles lie unmoved, rooted in their tiny moats, left behind by the tide. Two more fairly short ones. Now, Williwa Salmon Stream is in Western Canada, where I wrote many poems about the ways of the wild. Now look, in case there are no fishermen here, let me say that kelt is the spawning salmon, milt is the spawn, and red is the scooped out nest housing the spawn on the bed of the river. I've seen it all. I'm lucky. Willimar Salmon Stream. The nervous reeds chafe in the flood of hurrying fish. Pale, glint slippered. The kelt winnow to where the creeping water bites the rock. Slow and deep in the swell and slag of the womb. Milt spills over the red. Cloaked in the shading of death, the flurry of fins wheedle in the dark belly of the pool, hang in the flow, in the lap of an easy current. Otter will feed in the cradles of salmon. And the last one. I used to enjoy fly fishing, actually, with my father, both here and in Scotland. And in this particular poem, it's a letter poem, really, but I was remembering how wonderful it was to catch a rainbow trout. Wow, I still feel that way about fly fishing. There's something about it when you hook something. It's literally a letter written, of course, now to my late father. Today, I see a trout playing with her shadow, moving upstream with lyrical ease. Quiet river, just a faint whisper of a distant weir, the soft breathing of wind. An owl soothed out of the elms, blackbirds scattered in a twitter of air. Do you remember the lark spinning in the sun, far out, a song in the blue rafters of sky? Again, I see the fish, a rainbow mouthing the flow, a splash of gold slipping across her flanks. Remember casting your fly over the spread of water, a curled leaf touching the surface? Sunlight chases, catches a profile, a lone heron pretending to sleep. Teasels stand tall, in the reed beds some warblers fret and fuss. I tell you, nothing changes. The landscape heals, and rhythms are the same. A green hatches. Thank you.
Just go to one more now, and I must apologise over that. It has absolutely nothing to do with animals and whatsoever. But I was talking about the sort of nonsense of the real world earlier on. I thought I'd sort of